Good. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Ariel, for your time to share with us your feedback of the Spinal Flow Intensive Program you did in March when you visit Hong Kong. So can you
Yeah,
first briefly share with us who you are and what you do?
thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I'm Ariel. I am an essential mentor and a channel. So in my work, basically, like taking care of my body is part of my work. So, which is very important. And so I offer like private coaching, private mentorship, private sessions on astrology, gene keys, channeling, so guiding people for deep transformation.
Yay. So, what made you say yes to this program when you visit Hong Kong? And is there anything that you would love to like experience shift from this program?
I have already felt called to work with like spinal flow. It's just that like there isn't anyone that I trust because I'm also very
Mm,
picky with practitioner because I was also a wellness provider before, so an energetic healer. So for me, energy of the person is very important. So there wasn't anyone around me that I felt called to like work with, and then and I was traveling, so I have obviously on the road anyway. And then I have always wanted to try, and then knowing that you did it, that was like amazing. The next time I go to Hong Kong, I will have to try. And I also know the power of some a modality like that is very profound, and it's not something that you can just do once off. So I was very excited when you said that like you're doing like a sequence of sessions. And I was like, yes, that is at least, I think that's the amount of like we should work with. Yeah.
yay, thank you. So, can you like describe your body or your nervous system before you came into this intensive program? Maybe like in few words, how would you describe it before you receive?
Yeah, I was very tired because I was on the road, like countries, like changing countries, and I didn't have a home. So I feel like in terms, my body doesn't feel very safe, even though like I could create home everywhere, but life circumstances made me really nomad the past few years. So my actually it was I felt like my nervous system was really like stress. Even though you don't look, it doesn't feel like it when people interact with me. But deep down, I know that okay, I am not at my most coherent um, state. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely resonate with what you say because a lot of people like they might look okay from the outside, but internally, like a lot of people might feel like I don't feel like so in alignment, or like I feel like something might be stuck or like not fully my potential, like the whole capacity of my full potential. So I'm
Mm.
glad that you are one of my lab rats. And how would you describe the process, like the few day process that we like spent together? Like, do you feel the shift like gradually, or do you feel like sudden shift here and there? Like, how would you describe like the feelings or the transformation you experienced during the sessions?
Because I'm a very sensitive person, so like even before it started, I already feel the shift. Because in the
Mhm.
quantum, like a lot of times, like we already when we say yes energetically, even when you say yes to a program like that, there's a shift already happening. So with my sensitivity, I could already feel it before, but of course the physical aspect is different. So I could like already like start feeling like the shift, the changes like very quickly during the session. Yeah.
Nice. This actually happens to quite a few of my clients and even for myself too. Sometimes like people might feel I feel like something is checking out from my body. I feel this pain even more today. I feel like my body is ready to release certain like blockages in the body before the session, before they book in for a session. So it's nice that you also
Absolutely.
feel like in a similar way. So
Oops.
no
Yeah.
worries. So is there like kind of like an aha moment or like a very like memorable moment during this few days that we spent together? Like, oh, I feel like this is like shifted quite rapidly, or like the before and after of that particular session, you feel very different.
Mm, yes, I think the most significant one is even during the session, I could already feel like, oh, finally my whole body can breathe. That
Mm,
was like really huge because when we were a baby, we breathe with our whole body. But
mm,
as we go up, because we have armor, like we protect ourselves, so we might be breathing, but we are not really breathing the right way, I would say. If I have to, for
mm,
the lack of a better word. But then, like during the session, of course, like they are like I could feel that my body were releasing. There are like twitches and movement, just the naturally body reacting to the healing and unblocking. But like that, wow, I could feel like now my whole body can breathe, which is very significant. It's almost like, yeah, I'm coming back home to myself now. And let's see what else I want to highlight is yeah, I think that is a huge thing because I think a lot of time we underestimate the really huge transformation of like your breath. When you change your breath, so many things change in your life because it affects all your nervous system, your like yeah. When you activate, like when you affect the nervous system, also that ripple out to many things as your whole system will be changed. Yeah.
nice. Yeah. So what you mentioned just now was that the expansion of the breathing capacity. For me, indeed, I've actually felt similar for my first, like in my first time receiving spinal flow too. Like the next day when I sat in meditation, I feel, whoa, everything is like so expanded, the breathing, the energetic field, and that's for me. And how about for you? Like after this sessions, I know you went on to Egypt for your trip. And is
Mm.
there any difference that you can tell, like as in your body, your nervous system, maybe the like your channeling ability, like how you feel in general, like after the program?
Mm. I mean, it's also divinely guided that I receive your treatment before like before I go to Egypt. Because when I went to Egypt, I was actually facilitating a pilgrimage. So, and it really requires me to be at my best capacity and my highest capacity. And among all the travel already, so it's like, thank God, like I have this treatment, and then I am like, okay, off I go. The ability to channel definitely it's amplified because when our channel is clear, there is yeah. One thing I want to highlight is the coherence and removal of dissonance, because when we are coherent, then there's less dissonance in our field, and then so whatever we receive is much more precise and clean, and also being able to manage because my nervous system also being expanded because it's more regulated. Yeah, it's a huge part about regulation of my nervous system. So it was stressful, traveling Egypt was always stressful. I am leading a group and navigating the Egypt matrix, it's a lot, as I'm doing also a lot, even though I had my team there, but still I have to be the bridge between, okay, I'm also the channeler, the mentor, the guide, but also like taking care of the group, making sure everyone get the activation that they need, and also like the integration. Because like with a trip like that, it's not something that I can like. Of course, everything is planned already, but you have to be so intuitive and so precise with what you feel in the energetic to maybe shift and change and do things in a very more precise way. It's about like really feeling what is happening in the field, so that's really supportive. Then I went on to other travels, but it's also like sometimes it's hard to exactly put into words this kind of transformation because it just ripple out into so many things in your life, right? Even though like with the expansion of my consciousness and energetic body and my light body, then even like a few months, like I think like I don't know, that was 2 months ago, right? So I went on to continue to travel, interact with like different dimensional like frequency grid, like traveling with my family afterwards. It was like, oh my God, like I could feel my tolerance, which is actually in a great way that like my tolerance and discernment about what I'm allowing in my field and what I'm no longer available for is amplified. So yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
want to say. Want to share.
Yeah, definitely. Like I would say, like as you have mentioned, nervous system regulation, that is actually a huge part for like no matter you are doing like woo-woo stuff or you're like a regular modern city people. like we do need that capacity to like to like be in the center of ourselves as we
Mm,
like interact with the world. And I do see uh like I'm happy that you mentioned like that you feel more spacious, as in like even the schedule might look busy, maybe the field might not be like might maybe there's like a dissonance with the frequency field that you were in at that particular moment of time, and that gives you the space to still be in the center of yourself and to channel the light and be the light and embody the light within you. And that's
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the
Yeah, I
beginning,
want to
yeah,
sorry. Yeah, I want to
yeah.
highlight because like what just come through is like it's almost like you like the treatment helped me to reset my baseline.
Mm,
Like elevate my baseline. It's like, okay, this is my base frequency, like and then of course like things can happen and I can be dragged here and there, but then it's
mm,
like, oh, but I know my baseline and I'm going to
mm.
stabilize. This is my baseline now. Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Yeah. So at the beginning you mentioned like uh originally we planned to just do one session, and at that moment of time like I have this program, an intensive program of having few
Mhm.
sessions a week. So how would you like compare, like of course I know like we enjoy the benefit of the intensive program, but like let's say how would you imagine if it is just one session? Let's say you just take the first session and then we don't have the chance to follow up with the remaining sessions. How would you like imagine or like predict the body gonna respond or like react to the treatment?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend people just take one because sometimes, especially depending on that person's sensitivity, right? So if like I mean even I am super sensitive, but I know that like you cannot excuse me expect shift at just one session. And also I think having the benefit of multiples and also probably with your coaching, because I also you're offering coaching as a package, I think
Hmm.
that was amazing because it's something that because the shift can be so subtle that you really need to know how to actually spot it, anchor it, and integrate it into your everyday life. So yeah, I would recommend people to just come for one session. I mean, it's great, but yeah, and everyone have their own, aligned path. But that's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yay, thank you. So what would you like, how did you oh okay. What do you like the most about this program?
Um, because I think like I was like for me I actually want to have like more sessions
Mm,
because I have to fly out. That's why I couldn't like do more. Um, I think the more like I feel more that I do, it will be even more beneficial because I can even like lock it in even more. Like, of course, I could lock it in because I have the tools and the skill and I know how to anchor that and the subtle changes myself. But I would say, like, if for a person that is not maybe in my line of work with my own toolkit or sensitivity, that's more sessions and also with some coaching will be really beneficial, so to guide them. And I actually want more
yay.
because
It
it's
will
so
be
good. It's so
yeah,
comfy. Yeah.
yeah, it will be a lot better to get more. If this is a
Yeah.
moment that more is more, more is better. Yeah, so is there any comment or like feedback that you would love to give me so as to like maybe create a better program, better container for better changes, maybe like a scheduling, like anything like communication prep, like anything you would suggest as in
Mhm.
like making this even a better container?
Um, Not really, because I think like a lot of things that you already know, like, cause I always say like if for, uh, it would be amazing if it's in like a program combined with coaching, some guidance,
Mm-hmm.
so that like yeah, people can really lock it in and
Mm,
understand it. Because I mean we are used to the woo woo stuff. We are coaches and mentor ourselves, and we are sort of like we can, even though like having someone to guide is amazing because sometimes we cannot see our blind spot. We sometimes something can be so obvious that we actually don't see as well.
mm,
So I think yeah, having yeah a program with like with coaching would be highly beneficial. And no, I feel just yeah, it is great as it is
Yeah,
from my end. Yay.
thank you.
And I know
So,
that you will
yeah,
always refine,
yeah,
you always make it better, and depending on the clients, yeah. So I trust
yeah,
you.
yay. So, who do you think this intensive program is most suitable for?
Well, anyone that wants to actually transform their life and regulate the nervous system, uh, even though if people say that, oh, I'm not ready for deep transformation, but like a regulated nervous system is so important. Like with the amount of stress that we have in everyday life, and coming up like because from an ascension perspective, like the Earth vibration is also going to be higher and faster. So it sounds like it's like everyone on earth needs to have a regulated nervous system. So I think everyone can benefit from it when they feel called.
Nice. Okay, so the last question would be like if there is someone who is curious but not 100% sure right now, what would you tell that person?
I would still, even though like I don't recommend just do one class, but if they are curious, I think like just try, like just try it, then you will feel because it's something that is experiential. You have to,
Mm,
your body have to feel it. Like it's not something in the mental; it's a deeply physical experience. So just try, and then you like it. You want to continue. Like if something just happenly click, and then you feel like you need to continue, continue. If you don't, then great, because I mean they will be shift anyway, and
yeah,
it's just a matter of that if it is in the right alignment and timing for that person, I guess, or is if it is the same like aligned modality because or the timing because yeah, that everyone's so path is so different.
yeah, yeah. Just for your information, like I'm now doing an intro to spinal flow, like for program like that is specifically for beginners that people can get 3 sessions in 2 weeks. So it's also more of like like people always ask, well, if there's any like trial offer, but I don't really want people to just do one. So my trial offer gonna be okay, come for 3 sessions of trial sessions, and hopefully your body can like really build that healing momentum within.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yep, I think that's it. Any last comments you want to share?
No, I think it's very good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So wait, let
Yeah,
me
stop
pause.
recording. Yeah.